Says in Hatzes Quachas Strage Michelin, aber dieses direkt on day A.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Erongo Talk 24/7. Mein Name ist Kevin Santi und ich wünsche ganz frohe Weihnachten.
Dag sê kykers, Adam Hartman hier vir NMH Erongo by NMH Erongo kantoor in Swakopmund.
And we just would like to inform you what we have for today's episode. We have the news segment, we'll bring you some sports, we'll bring you also some entertainment news, or we'll keep you entertained because our show is an hour long and we'll keep you entertained all day, every day. Not just for the festive season, but also just a few days into January as well. We'll bring you some news, as I said, we'll bring you weather and tides. Kevin and I will be presenting some weather and tides. So you should stay tuned. We also have a calendar day today, which is Eggnog Day. So stay tuned, viewers. We'll be right back. Our news for today. People are tired of COVID-19 and its associated challenges experienced over the last 2 years. December holiday does provide an opportunity to forget and relax while enjoying the sun, sea and sand along Namibia's coast, which is famous for being the ideal holiday destination. There is a difference though to this year's holiday mood at the coast, mostly because of money. Due to COVID-19, holiday goers are spending carefully. Now the crowd is also very local, with many tourists from overseas as well as Namibian neighbors either not being able to come to Namibia because of restrictions or first having to spend thousands of dollars on COVID tests before coming over for holiday and therefore opting to stay at home. Nou Otis het iets niets om vir ons te vertel.
Ja, Michelin, alles is daarmee net doom en gloomy.
Yes.
En ek dink hier is 'n effens 'n voelgoed Kersstorie.
Ja.
So ek weet nie of jy opgelet het nie, maar voor die munisipale vullisverwyderingsdiens hy se houdelike asdromme kom leegmaak om die inhoud daarvan na die stortingsterrein te vervoer. Wemel dit van mense, nê? Dis nou mans, vrouens en kinders om hierdie asblikke. Nou hulle is op soek en hulle grawe na waardevolle weggooi goed wat hulle kan verkoop om ten minste 'n brood op die tafel te kan sit.
Nice.
Ja, so Hendrik se Mata is een van baie sulke mense en hy grawe al vir 13 jaar deur asblikke op soek na herwinbare goedere soos blikke en bottels en hy sê soms is daar lekker weggooi kos en ietsie om sy dors mee te les. Ja, so die herwinbare items wat gevind word verkoop vir 'n klein weeklikse inkomste en dit help hierdie mense om kop bo water te hou. So hy sê ook die besighede wat ons goed koop, kom ons baie tegemoet. Hulle weeg dit en dan betaal hulle ons per kilogram daarvoor. Ons moet soms vinnig wikkel voor die lorries die dromme kom leegmaak, want dan vat hulle alles weg, het hy bygevoeg.
Sure. Okay, that is it's nice.
Ja.
Yes, now for our third and final story, the Japanese fishing vessel Fuseki Maru that ran aground just south of the Ugab River mouth in 2018 underwent a wreck reduction exercise on Thursday. Explosives were used to further demolish the wreck, and the vessel ran aground with 24 crew on board while it was sailing to Walvis Bay from Angolan waters. The crew was saved with unsuccessful attempts to salvage the vessel, at the time ascribed to the submerged rocky terrain and the extreme sea and weather conditions, according to the Ministry of Works. Since the unsuccessful salvage operations, the vessel became a feature from the popular angling shows during the past 3 years. Now, if you'd like to read the stories and many more, then you can visit our website on www.erongo.com.na.
Hello everybody and welcome to our Christmas Eve front pages. Everybody's looking back on the year already. The Namibian Sun features on the front page a story by Jemima Birkes, the 2021 Armageddon. It's been a year like no other, but despite the challenges, the past 12 months have also seen big wins for culture, sports, human rights, and environment sectors. She writes, the year 2021 will undoubtedly go down in history as one of the worst ever. And for many families who lost loved ones as the third wave of COVID-19 raged, this year came right out of the pits of hell. To read further on what happened this year and the view of Jemima on the year, check out the Namibian Sun. Just below, there's a story by Matthias Haufiku, pardon that. The PM preaches hope as 2022 beckons. Sarah Kukongelwa says Namibians endured a difficult year, but urged that the challenges we face should not discourage us, but should rather spur us to greater action. She said this yesterday while responding to Namibia's Sun questions about the work of government during 2021 as well as its outlook for 2022. So there's a lot of work to do. How does the Republican take on this wonderful day?
All right, so the WOF story, sorry, I was still in the English. Die WOF-artikel is deur Jo Maritati geskryf. Skammelike fees en Kersfees van Tuisbly se karretjie goedkoper. Nou van oordadigheid is daar die feestyd nie sprake nie. Namibië sal reeds min sente moet mooi omdraai om 'n Kersfees 'n skaapchoppie wors en 'n aardappel op die kolle te gooi en 'n goue koue oop te knak, gaan jou minstens 7% meer as verlede jaar kos. Op plaatsak Namibië sal beswaarlik hul sorge van 'n Kerskou sonder 'n bonus kan wegdring, wys Simone Storms se sompompie. Net hierbo, Jo Marie se artikel is die unieke Kerskrans naby Koes. Die bekende boer en stoeteler Annette Stein en Goris naby Koes is 'n vrou van vele talente. Sy en haar span was besig om voerbakke vir die skape uit vervoerbande te maak, toe hulle besluit het om sommer ook die unieke adventkrans te maak. Net hier aan die linkerkant is deur Duema Heidelap Oshakati geskryf, 2 vroue in hof oor vraestelle uitlek. 'n Onderwyseres en 'n student aan die Universiteit van Namibië is Woensdag aan in Windhoek in hegtenis geneem in verband met die uitlekking van vraestelle vir die eindeksamens vir graad 11 en 12 ou leerplan. Kevin, what do we have on our Allgemeine Zeitung's front page?
Yes, the Allgemeine Zeitung took some space to send out a Christmas greeting to the readership, asking them for understanding that the Allgemeine Zeitung will not appear over the holidays. However, the content will be available and visible on their digital pages. Just below, an article by Hartmann and Leuschner discusses the missing money due to missing tourists who wish to spend less at the coast. The holiday season usually sees a packed Swakopmund. However, tourists from abroad are not able to travel here, and even those who make it rather make a low-budget holiday out of it than one full of spending. Also just below, an article written by me about the night market in Swakopmund that took place on Wednesday, I believe. Yes, it was Wednesday, where many stands were offering goods and delicious food, and where beautiful live music was playing. However, despite the name, they already closed a bit early at around 8 to 9 o'clock, but it was still a very wonderful day.
All right, and that was it for our front pages.
Yes, stay healthy, and wonderful holidays.
Hello viewers, it's just a couple of hours away from Christmas. So some of the faces here you know, others quite new. And ons gaan gou vir julle vertel hoe gaan ons Christmas spandeer. Miranda, jy is eers aan die woord. Wat het jy op die plan?
Hallo julle almal. Wel, ons doen mos altyd op ou Kersaand, is dit die familie bymekaar persente uitdeel en net lekker gesellig wees met mekaar. Tradisioneel. En dan môre sal ons 'n bietjie op die strand gaan kajakker.
Lekker.
Bietjie die sonskyn invat. So ja, môre gaan net 'n rustige chillax dag daar op die strand wees.
Wonderlik. Is daar iets wat jy vir ons kykers wil sê, ons adverteerders?
Net dat almal moet veilig wees, geniet julle Kersfees en geniet die tyd saam met julle geliefdes. Dis kosbaar.
Wonderlik. Meneer Hartman.
Ja,
Welkom by die span.
baie dankie.
En welkom by die Erongo gemeenskap.
Dit is goed om hier te wees, ja.
Hoe gaan jy Kersfees spandeer?
Anderste as vorige jare, dis altyd die ou Kersaand, is dit die familie wat saamkom en vingereetes of vingerhappies deel. En dan is daar Kersgeskenke onder die boom, want my familie, skoonfamilie is almal Duitsers. En dan die volgende dag, môre, sal dit nou 'n groot ete wees, eend en braai of allerhande lekker kos en goed. Maar hierdie keer, nou dat ek by Erongo is, nou is my skouer in die wiel, lekker werk. Daar's baie dinge wat gaan gebeur. Ons gaan besig wees en ons gaan vir julle al die aangeleenthede bring.
Daar sê. Vars nuus.
Vars nuus.
Ja.
Maar geseënde Kersfees vir almal.
Daar sê.
Ja.
Ons gaan na Ousie Monica toe. Miss Joseph, how are you doing?
It's fine, and you?
I'm good. What plans do you have for Christmas?
Yeah, it's a lot, my dear. It's a lot. Ons het 'n Kersfeesprogram as 'n familie.
Daar sê.
So ons geniet dit. My familie van Ketmas het gekom, so oud is. In my huwelikstyd moet ek nou met my familie sit geniet. So môre is daar 'n Kersfeesboom en dan het elkeen sy geskenkie op die tafel gesit en daar's 'n groot viering vir ons. So ons geniet dit.
Wat word geëet?
Daar is baie vleis. Van syde af. Ons het baie vleis saamgebring. So ons eet vleis môre. Dankie Otis.
Okay, so Monica. And then ons gaan oor na Micheline toe. Micheline, how are you doing?
I'm well, Otis. How are you?
As a young lady, what's on the menu for Christmas Day?
So, my parents came down from the capital city. I miss them a lot, I must say. So, I will spend much time with them tomorrow. We're just three now. My brother's taking care of the house as always every December. So, yes, we're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna have some fun there. We're small, so it's going to be a very intimate gathering, yes. And then we might go down to Valvis just to go say hi to a few family members. And yeah, just spend the day. My mom and I are busy looking at different recipes. It's also my dad's birthday tomorrow.
Wow.
So we want to bake him a cake. Yeah, so that's what we are doing, or that's what we will be doing.
Wow,
Yes.
brilliant. And now we have someone very special with us.
my.
All the way from
All the way from Germany, yes.
and it's your first Christmas away from Germany in Africa.
It is. It's a bit sad, of course, not to be in the familiar setting, the family setting, but it's also very exciting to be here. The most unusual thing is actually, which makes it a bit difficult to set the mind for Christmas, is that it's not freezing. I mean, it can get a bit chilly at night, but it's not freezing.
Yes.
So that's a bit weird, and that's also why I decided to go swimming on Christmas, because I've never done that before, and just telling my friends I was in the ocean on Christmas will be amazing.
Wow.
I have my wonderful girlfriend Sophia with me, who I will also be spending time with and watching Christmas movies, so it's going to be a fantastic Christmas here in Namibia.
Kevin, what's going to be on the menu?
On the menu, well, today we will probably be cooking something simple, because in Germany we traditionally, like Christmas Eve is something very simple, so it will probably just be spaghetti or something. But for tomorrow, then the goodies are coming in. A big, what do you call it? Like a braten. What's the word? I can't find it, but it's probably similar in Afrikaans and all those languages. And something very, hearty, like savory.
Yes.
That's what we do then.
So Kevin, a shout out to all those unlucky people in Germany you left behind.
Oh yes, true, true. Shout out to everyone. You should come by, take a dip in the ocean, see the beautiful desert dunes on the horizon. It's amazing. I would recommend.
Yes, viewers, and there you have it from Team Erongo. We hope you're going to stay safe. You're going to enjoy the festive season responsibly. And for those driving, please do so responsibly. Obey the rules of the road. We know this time of the year we always have a carnage on our roads. Let's change that one for sure. And we know we are in different times. We are having to deal with COVID. Let's respect the rules and regulations. Like, it's difficult for all of us here, but here we are wearing our mask, social distancing, and then sanitize. And then, yes, enjoy the sun, have some fun, and enjoy your family, enjoy your relationships, and take care of one another. And that's it. You might have noticed some of the usual faces are not with us, but they are in our hearts, they are in our thoughts, and they are in our minds. Irene Marie van der Walt, Leandria, Lena, Nzekavonjo, we miss you, and yes, and then finally to all our readers, our viewers, the Erongo family, we just want to say, Merry Christmas! Cool.
Theonis, your company recently launched a Shipwrecks and Diamonds excursion, a 3-day excursion. Please tell us where the idea came about.
Yeah, the idea came about simply because this is a fairly inaccessible area, and it's laden with history around the diamond, beginning of the diamond mining and the period where diamonds were mined in this area, in this period. And with that, there are our skeleton coast. There's a lot of shipwrecks, most of which are gone by now.
Yes.
But there are a few left, and we want to make that accessible to tourists, and bring them here with our vehicles and show them the mystery that is Skeleton Coast and the mystery of the diamond. Early diamond mining in this area, and the mystery of the shipwrecks and the whole history.
Yeah, no, there's definitely mystery. Now, Theonis, just walk us through, how does the 3-day excursion go about?
All right, we leave Swakopmund on the morning of the first day, drive south along the beach. Our first stop is at Sandwich Harbour.
Yes.
Which is a spectacular site in itself. We continue further south all along the beach to the first shipwreck, which is the Shawnee.
Yes.
And from there we go further south. We pass Conception Bay, and we end up at Meop, and we overnight at the Namap camp at Meop in a tented camp. On the morning of the second day, we drive northwards. We visit Meop Bay, which is the area that we're in here right now, with a rich history of the whaling that has happened in Hollenberg Island, of which we see all the evidence here, all the whale bones. We visit Meop Bay, and we look at the rowing boats with which people were transferred from the sea to the shore, and goods were transferred from the sea to the shore, and then the infrastructure that was here at Meop Bay. From here we then proceed to the diamond camps, Charlottenfelder and Grillenberger. We visit the history there. We return back in the afternoon, have a nice sundowner on one of with oysters and champagne on one of the dunes. And then we go back to the Namap camp. We overnight there again. And on the third day we head back to Walfish Bay, Swakopmund. On the way, we visit the Edward Bourne shipwreck and then Conception Water, which was the customs area for people who arrived here by ship at the beginning of the last century. And fresh water was also pumped from there to the diamond camps.
Yes.
We give the option of adding another day that we have done on this trip now, where we go to the area south of Mio, and we visit a wonderful little bay called Afklim Bay.
Yeah. I understood you also gave that name, the locals here also gave that name itself.
I'm not 100% sure where the name comes from, but it's really where people get out of their, get off and have a look because it's so spectacular. And then there's always a lot of opportunity for photography because it's a very, very unique and untouched area. There's no tracks or very few tracks. There's the footprint, the people footprint is extremely low. So there's some marvelous photography to be done, which we then aim to do if the demand is there, that we leave very early in the morning or go somewhere late in the afternoon so you can catch the sunset, that we can do that.
Yeah.
Because there's some spectacular motifs here for photography.
And now, speaking of the human footprint, I understand that only certain concession holders have access to this area. Can you please explain that part for us?
Yes, that's right. Government, firstly, this being still part of the Sperrgebiet and then also of the Namet-Naukloof Park, obviously the access is very, very minutely and closely regulated by the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism. So it's only the ministry only gives us out few concessions to operators who are allowed to bring people and vehicles into this area. And that's also severely limited.
Yes.
So it's not as if we can bring loads and loads and loads of people here.
Yeah.
So it's all very, very, very exclusive. So people doing this tour, we are now the first to have packaged a tour for tourism. This area was mostly accessible then for self-drive tourists or people who took part in self-drive tours. So they had to bring their own vehicles. They need to do all the driving themselves. Yes. And we are now the first one who have put first company who have put a product together where we can offer this for tourists who come to Namibia, but who would otherwise have no way to be able to see this area.
Yeah,
we drive with them in our vehicles. We do everything for them. They basically just have to bring their
themselves,
clothes and themselves and the cameras, and there they go.
They're good to go. Now, aside from this, do you do the catamaran tours? There's the Sandwich Harbour tours. Like, is this one of the reasons, or because of the COVID-19 pandemic, that you decided to like branch out a bit?
Yes, absolutely. We have to obviously react to the new realities as far as tourism is concerned.
Yes.
One of which is the post-COVID tourism, what it will look like, and what we can see very clearly is that it's smaller groups who look for very exclusive products, very off the beaten track. People don't want to travel in large groups. They don't want to go to places where there are lots of other people. And this is an ideal product. I mean, it's very small groups. It's say between 6 to 12 tourists who travel, who we can take in any one time on one of these tours, and they will not see another human being.
Exactly.
In that time, apart from their own group and us.
Yes.
There's no cell phone reception. There's no COVID. There's just nothing. So it's a very, very nice break. But we are constantly looking to enlargen our product range to be able to fill needs that tourists might have. And this is not the only thing that we're doing. We are busy developing other products as well, specifically with the post-COVID tourism in mind. So we're very, very active on that.
Ooh, can you maybe just enlighten us a bit of the things that are coming?
Hopefully a few things also still further south. Also in the desert, because in Namibia we sit with the wide open spaces. We are one of the few places on earth where there's really untouched areas, and if we can make them as accessible to tourists and to people in a very controlled manner, we can open up a whole range of new opportunities for Namibia tourism-wise, and that's what we're trying to do.
Awesome. And then just finally, Dennis, what is your favorite part about the shipwrecks and the diamond excursion? There's one thing you can choose, the favorite, the one thing, what would it be?
Well, my favorite part is right where we are here, at Mayo Bay, because there's rich history here. Close by is Fishersbron, where there's fresh water, where they used to, in the beginning of the last century, also grow vegetables that they distributed to the mining camps. So this whole area from here, basically to Conception, there's lots of rich history. It's the environment, the sceneries are stunning. So that's my favorite area of this whole trip.
Yeah. How can the people get in contact with you?
Well, they can contact our office, our company, Sandwich Harbour 4x4. We run these trips under Sandwich Harbour 4x4. But also our other company, our sister company, Catamaran Charters, can also be contacted. So we can, or otherwise through our website, we also accept online bookings through our websites. So they can contact us, and obviously we've talked now about tourists, but these trips that we do, these tours that we do, obviously are also accessible for locals.
Yes.
Because we also have local people who want to see these areas, but they don't necessarily want to do the dune riding themselves or the driving themselves, or they might not have 4x4 vehicles. So we make it accessible to those people as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dennis.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks.
Our sport pages here behind the Namibian Sun, we have an article by Limba Mupatami titled Let's Get It. Now, Christine Boma, Namibia's finest track star, wishes her supporters a great festive season and says next year will be bigger and better. Namibia's 18-year-old sprint sensation, Christine Boma, says next year will be one of hard work and proud moments. Boma, who currently is on holiday here in Swakopmund, says she has not been only spending time with her loved ones, but is also training. Moving on to our second article just below Christine Boma's one, we have a dramatic CAF Super Cups victory for Al Ali. Now, Taha Mohammed and Akram Taufik, played key roles as Al Ali of Egypt edged Raja Casablanca of Morocco 6-5 on penalties after a 1-1 draw to win a CAF Super Cup thriller in Qatar on Wednesday. Mohammed leveled during the final minute of regular time, in Al Rayyan firing a low shot into the corner of the net after being set up by South African Percy Tau. Kevin, what do we have on the Algemeine Zeitung sport pages?
Yes, exciting stuff. First of all, remember Tuesday and Wednesday, the Mole Beach Volleyball Tournament. Yes, Ludwiga and Johannes won it. Congratulations to them. And soon Olympia will start in just 6 weeks. COVID is raging, and ultimately the organizers are very worried. They believe that there will be cases of COVID related to the Olympic Games. However, they do want to have it with at least some spectators. Apart from that, Germany has gone down in their FIFA ranking. Now they're only on 12th place. Can you imagine? And Gerd Müller, bomber of the nation, very famous soccer player, he shall have a kind of sports memorial at the start of the stadium in Munich. Yes, very exciting stuff.
Exciting times, Kevin, I must say.
They are, as always, in sports in the middle of everything.
Moving on to the Republikein Sportblad hierachter het ons 'n artikel deur Andrew Pullman, jaar van gevoelige verliese. Rugby en verskeie ander sportkodes het 'n ongekende hartseer 12 maande agter die blad. Die Namibiese sportgemeenskap sluit hierdie kalenderjaar veel armer af wanneer 'n mens terugkyk na die lys bekende figure, veral op administratiewe vlak, wat oor die afgelope 12 maande dood is. Die gesamtelike dryfkrag, entoesiasme en ondervinding wat na 2021 nie meer tot die beskikking van Namibiese sport is nie, laat sonder twyfel vele leemtes wat moeilik indien ooit gevul sal kan word. Dit is maar 'n tragiese bietjie nie goed artikel, maar nou ja, ons terugkeer. En dit was dit vir ons sportblad. If you want to read more about the Republikein, the Allgemeine Zeitung or the Namibian Sun, then please get a copy or visit their digital platforms.
Yes, thank you very much.
Dag se almal, Salvador hierso. Ek wil julle net almal 'n geseënde Kersfees toewens en los met die ene. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and the children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Ooh, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and the children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white May all your Christmases, may all your Christmases be white. Ooh, be white. May all your Christmases be white. Oh, may all your Christmases be white.
Hi viewers, my name is Michelin and I'm with my co-host here, Kevin Senti. How are you, Kevin?
Very good. Merry Christmas to everyone. What a wonderful day today.
Definitely. Merry Christmas to you all. So for today's weather for Walvis Bay, the sun was out 6:15 and will set 13 minutes to 8. Walvis Bay will experience a maximum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 19 degrees Celsius predicted for tomorrow. A southwest wind will prevail with a speed of 9 kilometers per hour. Now, if you like to go fishing, the first high tide was 26 minutes past 6 today in the morning, whereas the second one will be 14 minutes to 7 later today. The first low tide was 23 minutes past 12, whereas the second one will be just 19 minutes to 1 today later in the noon. Kevin, how does Swakopmund look like?
Swakopmund is quite similar, 20 degrees Celsius maximum temperature for today. For tomorrow, 19 degrees maximum and 14 degrees minimum. The sun rose at 6:15. The sun will set at 7:47. The winds are coming from a southwesterly direction at 9 kilometers per hour. For Christmas fishers, the first high tide was at 6:27. The first low tide will be at 12:23. The next high tide will be at 18:37, and the next low tide will be midnight. And how are things looking in Henties Bay? I'm sure a lot of fishers will go there.
Definitely. So for Henties Bay, the sun rose 18 minutes past 6 and will set 13 minutes to 8 later today. Henties Bay will experience a maximum of 20 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 20 degrees Celsius again predicted for tomorrow. A south-southwesterly wind will prevail with a speed of 9 kilometers per hour. Now for the fishers, I think there are more fishers compared to the coastal towns always in Henties. The first high tide was 29 minutes past 6 in the morning, whereas the second one will be 19 minutes to 7. The first low tide was 25 minutes past 12, whereas the second one will be just caught half past 12, in the noon. So how does it look like that side?
Yes, in Arandis, the maximum today
inland.
will be
We're
in
moving
the
a bit
inland. Yes, no fishers there. The maximum temperature will be 29 degrees. For tomorrow, it's estimated at 27, the minimum at 10 degrees. The sun rose at 14 minutes past 6, and it will dive at 7:45. The winds are coming from a southwesterly direction, of course, at 13 kilometers per hour.
Moving on to Usakos, the sun was out 13 minutes past 6 and will set 18 minutes to 8. Usakos is very hot, I must say, with a maximum of 36 degrees Celsius. So Usakos is coming in really hot with a minimum of 9 and a maximum of 35 degrees Celsius predicted for tomorrow. A northwest wind will prevail with a speed of 11 kilometers per hour.
Yes, in Caribbean it's also quite hot. 35 degrees is the maximum for today, 34 for tomorrow, and 9 degrees is the minimum for tomorrow. The sun rose at 12 minutes past 6 and will go down at 20 minutes to 8. The wind is coming from a northwesterly direction at 13 kilometers per hour.
And last but surely not the least, for Omaruru, the sun was out 12 minutes past 6 and will set 19 minutes to 8. Omaruru is also very hot, I must say, with a maximum of 35 degrees Celsius and a minimum of 10, with a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 35 degrees Celsius predicted for tomorrow. So just with a degree less, I must say. A northwest wind will prevail with a speed of 15 kilometers per hour. Thank you so much, Kevin, for joining me for the weather report today. I wish you all a lovely Christmas.
Yes, from me too. Lovely Christmas.
Says in Hatses Tohatses, Trage Michelin Navatis on Grie. Tidage Erongo talk the presenter, Tidage Dog Sadu Hina, Banalanda Hunit Hidon, I comes Chumep, Ogaya take a Viala Chumep, I'm going to get Chumep, Chumep, Oganyas, Caribab Kerene, Uncle Dukan Hyamene, ne. Huri papa du gatrio oder gedonetra foreign hare du totagram correct hare has it has and ne batire I wan hedawa in a baget quick ha. Kung kasana duga auto de parkier wa guri dunga duga auto nga haike huke parkier auto de auto na slow train se sigere ne bat train se darang ui kwentin ha ke kada ni seda auto na ngana dunga khuna auto na khun wa idu kung sa dun airo de khabrek iku ne badu somar at chatat khane bat ngabi aquarium sa tige ne bat kwa kha khurontin gene dini tsan ya metin ama khwe craft khairon si duganedi odon basina mau ke alte ngakoro gahane shell di kamisor khuna blade na khabrek tira arati sadun ona khwane khuke khire idu ha ba swago mo sadugeni ya hu tira ge dog netra mi tokere ne kurib ke kaiso ko difficult ya me ke so go net komro wada am si khabeda ge to sa tier khama me tira ge dog ko besle khira ge go ne bati khu ge dog ren khore tas na se tasendre dog khidu ga idu kere kubun ui satu stress na no na kubun ui ikhine ba ida sari ha ikung ha ba hurib ac sadu handu ka tsait si san bas ame dog khwa khase swim clear na anatsi swim tsi kui khina wat kung van neo de geneo gerapie se graag ne ba sogop na val was na do itra ame net sogop na do limited na itra tunes na sing wa send boarding na desert explorers the quad bike na wa kere has ku se gi tu khun ge ha sky dive net kere khoma wa do ga wa me tu se khoma wa o do ge sky dive ka ame nga khun wan tin ge ha khu ke do hore ka sana se tha sen itrido ia sarida ida tsuwi ba ne ba Sari trau great tangis ich hatte es trache sich geht Dezember. And unfortunately, we've come to the end of our lovely episode for today. But fear not, we will be in the midst. Christmas Day will be all around to keep you informed as we are Erongo 24/7. If you'd like to share news stories and your festivities with us, please do not hesitate to visit our website, or rather send your content to us on 0811 7040. I repeat, 0811 7040. And if you'd like to read the stories we read today and many more, visit our website on www.erongo.com.na. I repeat, www.erongo.com.na. I mentioned that we are Erongo 24/7 and we are all around the Erongo region. So Adam, where are you going to be this weekend?
Micheline, it's the Stuyvelyne die Sondag waar die Penguin Hengelklub hulle 34ste Hengel Bonanza op Henties Baai hou.
O, lekker.
Dit is 'n toernooi wat die vissermanne elke jaar na uitsien. Hulle verwag oor die 1000 vissermanne, hengelaars wat van walvis op na die Oegap langs die strand gaan staan en probeer die grootte vang. Dis nie net sommer visserman stories nie. Hulle gaan dit op die skale op Henties Baai weeg en groot pryse vir die grootste vis gaan uitgedeel word. So ons sien uit om daar te wees wanneer dit gebeur.
Yes.
Excellent.
Ek dink hulle is nou anders spanning van hulle wil nou die grootste vis van.
Presies, hulle kry hulle tackle gereed en hulle wil eers daar buite wees.
Yeah, and also we'll provide you with some statistics of the Christmas babies that were born. So we have a lot and many more coming for you. So from Adam and I, it's goodbye.
And Merry Christmas.
Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie above thy deep and dreamless sleep. The silent stars go by. Yet in thy dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and the fears of all of these years are met in thee tonight. Christ is born of Mary, and gather all above. While mortals sleep, the angels keep their watch of wandering love. Oh, stars together proclaim the holy birth, and praises sing to God the King, and peace to men on earth. How silently the wondrous gift is given. So God imparts to human hearts the blessings of His heaven. Bethlehem, descend to us, we pray. Cast out our sin and enter in. Be born to us today. We're the Christmas angels, the great glad tidings tell. Come to us, abide with us, our Lord Emmanuel. The hope